What does buying a hooker and buying a sandwich have in common? Both could have been avoided had your wife done her goddamn job in the first place. Tell me that's not fucking funny.
She's got a point.
Here is the reason why young men are choosing hookers over girlfriends. Modern dating, it's exhausting. Young girls, they complain about everything. Nothing is ever good enough. He didn't text back fast enough. The restaurant, it wasn't nice enough. He's not romantic enough. It's constant work, and he's never winning.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
A hooker, well, she just shows up and she's happy to be there. And she leaves when he needs to focus on his goals.
We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
No drama, no demands, no guilt trips. She doesn't drain his bank account or his mental energy. And she doesn't make him choose between herself and his future. She's just easy in every sense. Young men, get yourself a hooker.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Who's advocating for the average man?
Wait a minute.
Fuck you mean?
Y'all saw that, right?
What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Rome, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I never thought I would see the day where women themselves are openly admitting why they understand why this shift is happening. I think it's officially time to admit that we are cooked.
I'm getting cooked.
This video is about manhood. I'll leave the link in the description, man. Let's go ahead and get into it.
In my life, I've literally spent over $500,000 on hookers. Best investment ever, because you know what?
$500,000?
God damn! Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
That's okay. I hope he just exaggerating. I don't know. He looked like he probably a man of means. If you doing a podcast with Bradley Martin, chances are you probably got some bread. But I mean, if he spent that much for real, then I would imagine he must have quite a bit of disposable income. But man, even still though, I don't know. I'm like, he got to be a millionaire if he spent that much, because that's crazy. And he don't look that old either.
That ROI me spent, and you're laughing because it's like, oh, it's funny, but you're like, wow, that makes an incredible amount of sense. And that's why it's like kind of comedic in sense. But I've thought about these things, and as far as my investment, 500,000 on hookers, I've made millions with those days saved where I don't have to entertain the bull. I don't have to, like, let's go to a movie and this and that.
That nigga got a point.
Honestly, why not? This man found out the secret to getting laid without risking his life. He is loving it, he has more time for his investments, and no one is nagging him all day. It might look unethical, but by the end of this video, you will see why he is absolutely right and why other men are joining him. Stay until the end, because this video is very interesting. Let's get into it.
Like, they love them some hoes. Like, they love them some hoes. I'm not saying go be a hoe. I'm not saying that don't do that. Don't do that. But I'm just saying boys love that shit. They really do.
Who the clap themselves?
They love them a hoe.
Hey, you mad, bro? It's funnier every time I see it.
This woman is confused. She doesn't understand business and relationships. We are not in love with these hookers. We are in business. They are cheaper, and it's a pleasure business.
What does buying a hooker and buying a sandwich have in common? Both could have been avoided had your wife done her goddamn job in the first place. Tell me that's not fucking funny.
Yeah, she's right. I've been actually seeing a slight uptick of a lot of women, well, not a lot of women, but of women that are actual pros, literally admitting that most of the men that are their clients are coming to them because they're in sexless marriages. So Yeah, that really is a thing. That's not just something you see in movies or some shit or you hear about. That's a real thing.
That's true. The wives refuse to do their jobs. Now we have to pay the hookers. They do a better job from experience, and unlike the women who want to be married, they are always available.
Right? Because look at, you're useless.
All guys want is pussy.
Or could it be that the men that only want pussy, the men that only want sex from women, is because that's all that the women have to offer? Because for me, if pussy's all you're offering, pussy's all I want.
This is where things get hard for them. They all offer one thing, their body. That's why it's all we want. They have shown time and again they offer nothing more. Why then would we ask for anything else?
Men, these days, I see they prefer hoes.
I just said this.
Because
y'all men love
you ain't gotta
hoes.
guess. You can't get your heart broke with a hoe. Cause I know what this is. I know what she capable of. Yeah. But you got this bitch. I can count on one hand how many so now you fall into a different love for her.
Yeah.
This what happened when I can get destroyed behind this. But this hoe I know what she capable of. That's
crazy.
Not only are we safe from divorce and false allegations, we can't get our hearts broken. We are not emotionally or financially invested at all.
It's kind of insanely tragic to watch certain women degrade themselves and other women for the validation and attention of men who don't even see them as human beings. Watch them throw away their dignity and their self-worth for an audience that doesn't even like them, that would drop them like this, that wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire unless she let them hit. Like, girls, stand up. They don't even speak kindly of you, and you would throw yourself off a cliff for an ounce of their attention.
I'm so tired of these women over here. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care unless you let them hit. Y'all don't even care about y'all don't even care about men unless they doing something for you or giving you something. So y'all ain't no better either. So I don't know why y'all be. I don't even know why y'all be saying this shit. Like, it sound goofy.
They still treat you the way they treat the rest of us. They still call you the things that they call the rest of us. You cannot outrun your womanhood.
These women degraded themselves. They made themselves objects of pleasure for men. They showed us all they want to be slept with and dumped without a connection.
Stop this narrative that men don't like hoes.
They love them.
They just don't like when a hoe wants to be a girlfriend or a wife, but they love them. Stop acting like you're not a hoe, and maybe you'll see how much niggas like hoes.
Bro, I've been saying that because, like, I done said this in passing a few times. I'm like, I miss the days when 304s used to just be 304s. But nowadays they trying to become wives. They starting podcasts and giving out relationship and dating advice. And I'm thinking to myself, you pretty much spent all of your adulthood getting cracked on film, and now you wanna. I digress, man.
Understand?
Yes, we like what they offer, not themselves. The idea of saving them from all the trauma and baggage of sleeping with hundreds of men, that one is a no. We don't want that.
All women today are basically prostitutes. Even if you're married, you're a prostitute. In a way, I don't think most women are into sex. They're into what sex can bring them. Yeah. Which is the money, all the fun trips, the surgeries, the makeup, the clothes, everything they can put on the gram. They're in it to satisfy your itch so they can get what they want. But in the end, they don't want to have it. They want to get the marriage bill, pop out the child so they can get the bag secured, and then they're retired.
If all of them are hookers and whores, what is the point of loving any of them? What's the difference between having a girlfriend and a hooker if they all have similar body counts? They are all the same.
How many guys have you got with in one night before?
Like 10. 10. Like 10.
Open your eyes. You got with 10 guys in one night.
Well, it was before we dated, so it doesn't matter.
It does matter to me.
It doesn't matter.
No, I'm being serious. Like, when did you go with 10 guys in one night?
It was before we were dating, so it doesn't matter.
Notice she keeps saying it was before we dating, it doesn't matter. She done said that 2-3 times already. Here comes the sign language, bro. It's activated.
It doesn't matter.
No, it matters to me that you got with 10 guys in one night. How long you guys been dating for?
It was before we dated.
It doesn't matter when it was.
Why are you sure it's fine?
No, it's not fine. Who is she? I don't even know her anymore. It doesn't matter when it was. You're just for the streets. She's for the streets. She's for the streets.
She belongs to the streets.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
This man just put all his love, money, and attention on a hoe. Look at the pain in his eyes. Now he has found out the hard way. He should know better.
Yeah, I just think marriage is an L. In today's day and age, I mean, there's obviously the tradition component if you're religious, but when it comes to the government involvement and the potential financial ramifications of having to unwind a marriage, it does not make sense. Just a couple quick stats on the marriage thing. 50% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. 90% if she's college educated. 90% of child support payments go from men to women. 97% of alimony payments go from men to women. So I think marriage is a pretty big L for men, and they get absolutely crushed in the court system. Prenuptial agreements can get thrown out. So even if you do have a prenuptial agreement, they can definitely be thrown out. They're not bulletproof. So don't get married, guys. Don't do it.
The marriage contract is written to benefit the woman every time. There is not a single benefit left for us in a marriage. That's why we stopped getting married a long time ago.
Here is the reason why young men are choosing hookers over girlfriends. Modern dating, it's exhausting. Young girls, they complain about everything. Nothing is ever good enough. He didn't text back fast enough. The restaurant, it wasn't nice enough. He's not romantic enough. It's constant work, and he's never winning. A hooker, well, she just shows up and she's happy to be there. And she leaves when he needs to focus on his goals. No drama, no demands, no guilt trips. She doesn't drain his bank account or his mental energy. And she doesn't make him choose between herself and his future. She's just easy in every sense. Young men, get yourself a hooker or find yourself a mature woman who's got her shit together.
That was definitely an ad at the end. She even hit you with a wink. Yeah, she over here trying to put herself out there. So I guess she figured, well, if I'm understanding and put myself out there at the same time, you know, maybe I'll snatch up one of these guys. Okay.
We have seen there is no difference between these girls and hookers. Now, why would we choose to invest money, time, and energy on them? Women suck at almost everything, and they are not pleasant to be around.
If you could go back in time and tell your 18-year-old self one thing, what would it be?
Listen, when you want to get laid, hire a hooker and go home.
We are taking this advice and hiring them. They do the job better, they are always reliable, and there is almost no downside. We are safe from fake charges or allegations.
I'd rather pay a prostitute so she leaves when we're done, rather than sit here and put a bunch of money into a chick and then taking her out for nice dinners, buying her shit, and you get the same result in the end anyway. She's still paying for pussy.
He is the one. At the end of the day, we are paying for the same thing. And to make the choice easier for us, they are all selling it, directly or indirectly. It's a win-win for us and them.
So let's assume a man is making $1,300 an hour, like my friend. In the traditional dating pipeline, what would be expected of him? Well, first, he'd have to spend some time making something happen. Maybe he has to go out to a bar on a Saturday night and rizz up a girl. And this is hardly a sure thing, even at the local meat market, so he'll have to have the energy and the emotional resilience to deal with the rejection that inevitably stands between him and an actual prospect. Or he'll have to spend time creating a dating profile on an app that won't land him in the invisible 90% functionally ignored by all women, and swiping on hundreds of accounts in order to get some matches. Either way, once he succeeds in getting a number, he'll need to spend more time playing the text game in order to help the woman feel sufficiently safe and sufficiently attracted, which is not an easy balance to strike, to meet up for an actual date. Of course, he'll be expected to plan the date, which will almost certainly occur at some neutral location, as opposed to his house, several days or even weeks out. On the date, he'll be expected to cover all the expenses, but as we'll see, this is the most inexpensive part of dating for him. The meeting itself will probably last 2, maybe 3 hours, with potentially an hour of commuting to and from the location. So he likely has to block off an entire evening, and busy, successful men may only get 1 evening off a week, if that. And given all this time and effort and expense, there is, of course, absolutely no guarantee that the man will even be attracted to the woman in question, let alone succeed in securing a sexual encounter. And irrespective of the moral or ethics involved, this is frustrating because since men attempt to exchange resources for sexual opportunity in the sexual marketplace, this is why he's there. So even if we ignore all the monetary expenses associated with the date itself, which are potentially not insignificant, a 3-hour date, bookended by an hour of travel, at $1,300 an hour, is $5,200. This means this guy is paying $5,000 in terms of the cost to his time to go on a date with you.
Is he paying or is he losing? You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't say necessarily paying. I would say just missing out on the opportunity to make money as opposed to spending all that time spending it. Because I would imagine I know I've heard some crazy shit, but I would imagine, I hope it ain't no guys out here spending $5,000 on a date. Jesus Christ. I'm like, I don't care if you a millionaire, bro. I still think that's ridiculous. Let's carry on.
And this does not include any of the time and effort that went into securing the date. This may come as a shock, but most women do not just show up into a man's life with an intention to make his life easier.
Imagine spending $5,000 just for a date that might end up as dry as it started. And on the other hand, we can choose to spend a few $100s, spend less than an hour getting what we want, and go back to work. The choice is very simple.
I love whores. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love whores? That's normally the best part. When whores show up, no one's ever been like, oh man, the whores are here.
This is not controversial anymore. When they show up, you know the game is going to be good, unlike these girls who bring emotional baggage and trauma sugar-coated as wanting a relationship.
We are going to see a crazy surge in prostitution in the next 10 years because we will pick prostitution over a family. I interviewed 1,000 women in a year, and it showed me the dark realities of what is going on during this year. I saw women leave their husbands over no reason. I saw women that had children go out every night of the week. And the most depressing part was how common prostitution has become. We are going to see a crazy surge in prostitution in the next 10 years. I would not be surprised if it gets legalized in all the major cities, because from what I have seen, we will pick prostitution over a family.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised too. You know what? I think here's another thing you're gonna start seeing more of. I think you're gonna start seeing. Not only are you gonna start seeing more men engage in this, I think you're gonna also start seeing more men consider getting surrogates if they want to have children. Cause I actually suggested it years ago, because a lot of men don't want to get married or have children out of fear of getting separated from their kids and not being able to see their kids when they want to, and dealing with child support and all that shit. At this point, I'm like, men are becoming more calculated, and the safest route for you to get your rocks off and then still possibly have children in the end is probably going to be these two routes. That's just the unfortunate reality, because I think men are just tired of getting screwed over and putting their heart into something that's, when you really think about it, it's a business at the end of the day.
I'm not saying that's good, but we're seeing a huge surgence of OnlyFans models of women when they're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. Women at that age have the option to get married, and they are choosing prostitution. You see them going on Aiden Ross's stream. You see them getting invited to all the hot parties. Again, that's more fun and exciting to many women than a family.
It's going to rise because it's the best solution for all of us. They choose to sell themselves instead of a family. We choose to buy and leave instead of committing to them. At the end, it's them who will lose.
What is your biggest regret in life?
Oh, that's not bad. My biggest regret in life is hooking up with the guy that I really like's best friends.
Oh!
And nobody knows.
No one knows. Some people might know now if you're at home.
Damn, he's on TikTok.
This is the big benefit. We don't commit emotionally. We pay what we consider to be enough, and we don't regret after the action. We can also do it as long as we want.
But what do you think about the hookup culture?
The hookup culture sucks, especially in Miami. I feel like if you're a girl in Miami and you're hooking up with a guy, eventually like someone's gonna catch feelings for someone else, and it just like never works out. I feel like people have too many options here. Everyone's just everyone. I feel super used. I'm like really unhappy every time I hook up with someone, and it goes absolutely nowhere. And then I just wake up the next day and it sucks, and then I call you.
Yeah. Bro, why is she calling you after she's getting cracked and ghosted? Please don't tell me you one of them friend zone niggas, bro. Excuse my French. Golly, man, please don't. Lord, please don't be one of those guys, man.
Yeah.
To you about it.
Like the last girl that I went out with, she had a whole family and she didn't tell me. She had like a husband and a daughter, and she was hiding it from me and didn't tell me the truth until I saw her screensaver on her phone.
They are the ones that catch feelings, regret, and end up spending money on therapy and antidepressants. We don't have to deal with all that. It's like an exercise for us. They knew all this when they decided to go ahead and turn into hookers.
Another thing that I'm jealous of that men really lucked out on is hookup culture, because it literally only works for them. But somehow, like, and I don't even think that the men convinced women to be this way. I think women convinced themselves, like, yeah, like if I just sleep with him, like it'll be better for me. And it's like, I just know the men sat back and thought, you're right, sweetheart, let's try it. Let's try it out. Let's see. I think you're gonna love it. And now like 10 years later, the women are like, oh my God, we didn't love it. We didn't love it.
We tried warning them, shaming them, and explaining to them, but they chose not to listen. They will find out the truth after years of helping us and regret it, but it will be too late. We will not be there to save them.
There are women who are mad at their man right now because they saw somebody else's husband on social media laying out the roses and rose petals, the bottle of champagne. They don't know that the woman is the one who set it up and she just pretended that it was him.
This is the kind of BS that most men in marriages and relationships are dealing with. I bet that woman is a retired hoe who fooled that man into marrying her.
What was the worst financial decision that you made throughout your career?
Oh man, getting married, man. Getting married, man. My divorce wiped me out. It was terrible. Marriage is a business. I didn't look at it like that. You know, I was one of those sucker for love kind of guys. So I was, oh, I'm in love, you know. It's a business. And if you don't look at it.
Men are in love, women are in business, bro. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams.
Like that could be one of the worst financial mistakes you make. I'm being honest, being very blunt. Wiped me out, had to start over from scratch.
If anyone still has doubts, look at all the problems with married men. In addition to that, they will get divorced and lose nearly everything they own. The women turned themselves into hoes and are punishing us hard if we try to save them.
One of the worst things about dating a low-quality woman, the list is so massive, but one of the absolute worst is that you are exposed to her horrible way of seeing the world. That constant exposure is toxic. The low-quality woman is petty, she's insecure, she's always complaining, she sees negativity in everything, she's always the victim, you're always the bully, she's always putting you down, she's always insulting you, criticizing you. She believes that she's entitled to all of the good things in life, but that she shouldn't have to work for it.
Unfortunately, they are all low-quality women. We will not date them or deal with all those problems. We will take them for what they are, whores. We will pay them what they earn, pennies, and we will replace them immediately when they get old and ugly.
They think that they can lay down with men indiscriminately and it has no effect on their soul and their psyche and their brain, which is not true. They are degraded each and every time they lay down with a new man, for he not only pokes his into their orifice, he also pokes his to their heart, and they come to you damaged with many holes in their shattered heart. They can never be whole.
And lastly, while they live in this illusion, we are not affected by it at all. We are able to sleep with as many women as we can without hurting ourselves, our bodies, or our productivity. That is why we prefer hookers over these females who want relationships. It's because they pushed us to use them that way. Always remember that when you drill them so hard for a few bucks. Share this video with a man to open his...
Damn. But you know, like I've been telling you guys, bro, this is one of the reasons why, like, I never, like, look down on it at all whatsoever. I mean, even Kevin Samuels pushed for this. The Godfather himself. So obviously he entertained it. I don't see no issue with it. But y'all let me know you think, because I know some people still frown upon it anyway, but it is what it is. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification, that way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button, because that helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel blog channel as well as the Rand channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all, deuces. Bye.